last victory, Tennessee was hungry for a win, and Saturday they feasted on the Tigers. Memphis State scratched and clawed, but Tennessee proved they're a cut above. Speaking of cut, J.J. McCleskey shows you another way players can be guilty of clipping. Stay tuned. The Johnny Major Show is next.
The UTV Network presents The Johnny Major Show, an inside look at Tennessee football with your hosts, the head football coach of the University of Tennessee, Johnny Majors, and the voice of the Vols, John Ward. Brought to you by State Farm Insurance and the State Farm agents throughout Tennessee. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Ford and the Big Orange Ford dealers of Tennessee. By First American, where banking is still a people business. By Budweiser, the king of beers. Remember, friends know when to say when. By your local bottler of Pepsi and Diet Pepsi. Tennessee's got the right one, baby. By Tennessee's natural gas utilities and pipelines. By Golden Flake Snack Foods. One taste and you're stuck on Golden Flake. By Kelso Oil Company, Tennessee's largest multi-line distributor. By Purnell's Old Folks Country Sausage. It's good. And by St. Mary's Medical Center. Modern medicine, old-fashioned caring.
The Knapps, the Pattersons, and the Irelands. Each of these families gets a homeowner discount from State Farm. There's a new home discount for the Knapps, a home alert discount for the Pattersons, and a discount for the Irelands, who've simply stayed with State Farm for more than 3 years. Many State Farm customers even qualify for more than just one of our homeowner discounts. And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to drive Chevys. Please let them grow up right, driving a new Ford. They'll be good guys, successful and such. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to drive Chevys. They'll never leave home, they're always alone. They will have no one to love. Mamas, don't let your babies...
A change to natural gas water heating is a good investment.
Look, if you could put $400 into a savings account and get $200 interest every year, that's a great investment.
Convert your water heater now from electric to gas, and you'll save up to $200 and more every year.
Hours of showers for pennies a day.
Don't wait for your water heater to go bad before you convert to gas.
Every day you wait costs you money.
Natural gas.
You know when it's right. You know when you feel it, baby. You hold it, you hear it, you taste it, it's right. You got the right one, baby. It's this irrepressibly lovable, unsurpassably callable, and intimately soulful. You got the right one, baby.
With 100% NutraSweet.
Well, a win can cure a lot of things, but I'm not sure anybody will forget the last couple of weeks real soon. But the thing that's important is for us to go onward and upward. We've got a very big challenge ahead of us with the rest of our season, starting with Notre Dame.
And it was a crowd of over 96,000 on hand for Tennessee's homecoming 1991. The Volunteers and Memphis State. When it was over, Tennessee registered its 50th homecoming victory. Coach Johnny Majors, your assessment of this triumph for your team.
Well, I have a lot of confidence in that young man that you just saw on TV there, Phil Foreman, the assistant head coach at Tennessee and the offensive coordinator. I have confidence in him for many, many reasons. He can get it done. He always has got it done. He's smart. He's tough. He's aggressive. He's one of the most complete football coaches I've ever been around. But, Phil, I agree with you. The sun came up this morning orange as it could be. If it comes up orange, we've got to keep on keeping on. If it doesn't, we're going to keep on going. And we're going to leave the past behind us, move on to the future. Anybody wants to jump on board with us, straight ahead, because we're going to need a lot of good hands to work, including the coaches, the players, the fans. We have our work cut out for us, but that was an exciting day yesterday, John. I would think a lot of alumni left here very happy. It's homecoming, and I saw the floats pass by my office, and I saw one of my favorite alumni, Earl Zwingli.
Terrific guy.
Graduated in 31. 60 years ago, he's made a game here every year, including homecoming. since 1945 at the Warriors. He saw McEver run a kickoff return back against
And he
Alabama
comes
28
from San Francisco.
with his orange hat and his torchbearer tie that he gave me a few years ago that President Reagan wore. I mean, Reagan wore in one of the press conferences he had for a very important event. And he's donated all at the University of Tennessee. He's an interesting man. He loves sports, but he loves Tennessee. Great day, and I'll tell you, too, along, I was very happy yesterday and still happy today. Mary Lynn Majors and John Majors on to Notre Dame.
And it's Tennessee, of course, playing Memphis State. Memphis State wins the opening toss, elects to defer, as quite often happens, to the second half. So Tennessee receives a test of the kicking game, and Tennessee has trouble starting off.
Well, John, that's tough, but there's no reason we should not handle it. We work on it in practice, and little miscommunications there. Casey Rogers was doing the smart thing, signaling for a fair catch, and the defender in front of him backed into him. That's nothing that's going to help you win. It's going to hurt you. Chances to win.
So Memphis State picks it up on the recovered kickoff fumble at the 34. That's Bosby carrying forward for a couple yards. And here's that quarterback.
He's dangerous.
Benton.
He's very dangerous. I'd say he's probably a 4.4 or 4.5 40, which is very fast, very quick. He has a good arm. He's an outstanding athlete from every standpoint. I thought we did a good job of defending the option game rather well, but they hurt us from tackle to tackle, which they'll do sometimes, defending the outside.
Here's the pass into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis State to Jones.
A very good touch on the ball. Very good touch on the ball. Perfectly thrown. Jeremy Lincoln was in pretty good shape, but he didn't look quick enough, as he mentioned, and he lost his head. He stopped slightly. I didn't say stopped. He kind of hesitated in his stride right there.
So here is Allison for the extra point.
That'll wake you up rather quickly.
13:30 left, meaning only a minute 30's gone by, and Memphis State leads Tennessee 7-0 at Tennessee's homecoming. Another kickoff, another fumble. This one bounces out of bounds, and so Tennessee ends up with the ball, and we pick up the action. Second down, 10 at the 27-yard line. Andy Kelly, number 8, is the quarterback.
He takes the counter play, even naked, as you call it. Craig Faulkner getting better all the time. Not big in size, but big in heart, big in ability, big in attitude, big in smarts. Andy Kelly had an outstanding job he did yesterday. He is one of the folks, you people out there watching the ball games, and listen, you're seeing one of the finest quarterbacks in the country, and no better one's ever played at this school, in my personal opinion. Better count your blessings while you can.
Kelly throws. It's caught by McCleskey. Here goes J.J. McCleskey.
3 good blocks. Better blocking in the screen pass than what we had earlier in the season. Patrick Lenore, number 65, through the last one.
Here you'll see the screen being set up. Number 65, Lenore from Germantown near Memphis. And watch this.
3 good blocks downfield. That helps the ball carrier get more, doesn't it? And yesterday we had some ball carriers get more than what the blockers gave them. That was encouraging.
The pass incomplete. That pass to Faulkner was good for 28 yards, to McCleskey for 26. Tennessee has the ball at the state 19-yard line. Kelly going deep for Faulkner, incomplete.
Pretty well covered. If it had been a perfect throw, he might have caught it. That's a difficult throw. The defender had a pretty good position on him.
State leads 7-0. Incomplete, intended to the one-handed Pickens.
Excellent job by Kelly, evading the rush. Field goal now for Beckford. Holding by Julian. Jason Julian, outstanding job of holding. And there is Beckford split in the middle. Big points.
So with 10:53 still left to go in the first quarter, the score is 7-3. And here's the kickoff, and Memphis State returns the ball upfield. Tennessee's there to stop.
Good hit. Real good tackle. Turned him around. I like that.
And then on 4th down, Memphis State forced to punt. This is Buffalo. Pickens in there to receive for Tennessee. Number 15 has the ball coming to the near side and is ridden out of bounds. 51 yards on the punt.
I tell you what, I don't think people have been very bored there yesterday at the ball game. I certainly
was the first quarter. Look at Kelly. Look for Faulkner.
Back Stoll has Faulkner wide open. Stoll makes a good block on the end. It makes the play go. J.J. having never hit him, Carl. All right, Pickens and J.J. That's teamwork. Receivers helping each other downfield. The lineman making the play on the corner. Kelly doing an excellent job. We're faking. We faked, we blocked, we executed. Beautiful play.
Faulkner makes the catch from Richmond, Kentucky. He had 4 catches for 99 yards in this game, and this one's good for 51 yards, and Tennessee's got it first down at the state 23.
Offensive team, our offensive staff and the team in planning the staff is playing well to distribute the passing game to several receivers, keep them off balance.
Here's
Good hold.
Hayden.
Good blocking and good running.
Hey! Aaron Hayden scores for the Volunteers from 17 yards away, and Tennessee grabs the lead.
Good blocking. And one man almost gets away. That's a great block with Mark Adams downfield. He knocks his man 8 yards downfield. I see the receiver, the flanker, it might have been J.J., I don't know. I couldn't see his number blocking down in the end zone.
Let's take another look as this is Aaron Hayden.
What's Mark Adams got there? 83. Watch him. Look at this leg drive.
Rock Poe
got 8
got a
yards
block.
downfield. Rock Poe, right. He's out for a while and played with his injuries.
But there's the touchdown by Hayden, and so Tennessee has scored. Now there's 8:17 to go. The extra point is up and good, and the Volunteers lead by 10-7. Tennessee kicks off. Memphis State. Deep in the end zone goes Chapman.
See more of those. That dilutes the concern about kickoff coverage. Good chasing. Got to watch this guy. They got a backside control. I should say backside contained.
A diving stop by Walker.
See the effort. We're giving good effort. We're making a few too many mistakes.
So it will be Memphis State 3rd down and 14 at the 39.
That's the offside penalty. Great play by him, a bad play by us.
And it's touchdown to Bush.
Backside corner overplayed it. We worked on it all week long. Had that play down, but the backside corner back rotated too flat and across the field too much. He's supposed to look across all the way. Come on, intercepted. That should have been an interception. But you can't win on ifs and buts.
That's the completion to Bush, and Benton's ability to scramble, of course, always a threat. And
that's a big play. Offsides, they're punting on 3rd and 14, but you don't win on buts, ifs. But we are playing very hard, as you can see Sean Walker diving into the guy. People chasing the football.
But Memphis State leads 14-10, 4:53 to go, still in the first quarter. Tennessee picks up the ball. It's at the 37-yard line, 2nd down and 8 after the kickoff. Here's the pass complete. That's Von Reeves.
One of my favorite plays right there. It's pretty simple. Doesn't take very long. Doesn't go very far.
Kelly in the game.
A good touch. Hayden's really turning it on. We talked to our young running backs last week about picking their feet up more. They've been knocked down with too much with one hand or a speck of grass or fabric on their artificial turf. And he paid off. Charlie Cole gave him some running drills this week, picking up their feet more. There's a short pop pass.
That's Adams making the catch as Tennessee moves the ball to the state 30-yard line. And Rock Poe, his only carry, but it's good for 10 yards. Injured on that play.
That little hook pass, what our head coach Bowden White used to call a button hook. He played in at Tennessee in the late 30s. He could run that button hook pass. It's still sound. The button hook is still around.
Tennessee trails the pass complete. Pulled down this time by Pickens. A gain of 12. Let's take another look.
Good variety of plays.
All told, 10 Volunteers had receptions in this game. That one to Pickens.
8-yard line. I was very pleased we got the ball in much better. That's going to be a challenge. Here we go.
That's James Stewart now in there, the freshman from Morristown, and he crunches out 6 yards. It's 2nd and goal at the 2.
Should have stayed inside more. These young running backs are doing some very good work. But they'll learn and learn more, I hope and believe, as time goes by.
Second sticking away. Final play of the quarter. Excellent. Touchdown, Figueroa.
Good blocking, surge, soft spot by our linemen and the leading backs, but an excellent surge by that young man. The elite we've been working on before I was around. Lynn Kaufman used to do that back in the late 30s, they tell me. And I've seen some films of the past. And Tommy Bronson, who's in the 50s, did a great job with it. Kurt Watson under Doug Dickey, and on and on and on. We worked on that by piling dummies up pretty high. And the quarterback takes the ball back to the tailbacks or the fullbacks, and they take it, and you want to rotate your body kind of like a missile, whatever it might be.
Missiles, all right.
But anyway, it's something we've worked on for years and years and years, and it's paid off for us through the years. And there are times that the linebackers will try to jump, and in that time you try to go underneath them.
Well, Tennessee, of course, worked it well here to grab the lead. All of this in the first quarter. It's Tennessee 17-14. Still lots of scoring to come.
Good times with friends, hey, they're special. Sometimes you wish they would never end. The care you show is just as special. Friends know when to say when.
The family of Budweiser beers is proud of all the friendships they've helped make. So when they remind you to know when to say when, it's all in the name of friendship.
Friends know when to say
didn't feel like I was getting the service that I deserved. I'd been there almost 20 years. It happened through a friend suggesting First American on a Friday. On a Saturday morning, I got a phone call. On a Tuesday, I had a lunch. And on a Tuesday, I changed banks. Well, the attention that I get is beyond anything that I ever dreamt possible from a bank or a banker.
Nothing anywhere compares with the spirit of college football. That give it your all old college try is what people appreciate. The same reason people appreciate Golden Flake, a company that knows what the old college try means. For over 60 years, Golden Flake has never relaxed on quality, always given us their very best with every chip they make. That spirit, that's why you gotta love Golden Flake.
One taste, and you're stuck on Golden Flake.
If you were to create the ideal environment for the treatment of chemical dependency or emotional problems, it wouldn't be a hospital. It would be more like this. And this is just the beginning of an enlightened, family-centered approach to treating these problems. An approach you'll only find at the Oaks of St. Mary's.
Earl Swingle wasn't the only one riding in the parade with an orange hat. Is that a guy I know up there smiling? And you look like you've been there before, John.
Class of 1981, that's my... Huh?
Well, you had the right technique before you waved at the crowd. How much did you rehearse that?
Quite a bit. A great weekend for Tennessee fans, and it was an honor to serve, of course, as Grand Marshal of the homecoming parade, asked by the students. Let's get back to football. Grand Marshal, right, with one L. Maybe.
Congratulations in all seriousness.
Let's go to the second quarter of the game because it's a lot of excitement still to come. And Tennessee, after building up the lead at 17-14, kicks off. And this will be Jones receiving for the Tigers of Memphis State.
Pretty good coverage. I say good coverage.
So Memphis State has it at the 27. Marcus Holliday making his first appearance, and look how he goes. Marcus Holliday, freshman.
I tell you what, Jeremy Link on the backside helped save a touchdown here because we had 3 or 4 other, maybe a half a dozen people really hustling. That's good hustle. Bad tackling, bad angles, so I won't take that away. Somebody must have tackled. He kind of lost in a pile there. Got to pushing and shoving, and that can happen on occasion. That's not lack of effort. He kind of got lost in the pile, but you see effort here. There's Carter coming, Lincoln on the backside, and Lincoln makes the play.
46 yards on the carry by Holliday. Then Tennessee stops Memphis State. They go for the field goal. It's good by Allison from 39 yards away, and it's 17-17 in the second quarter. And the kickoff to Tennessee.
Come on, Carl, go, do something.
And he does something, going down the far sideline, almost breaking it, finally steps out of bounds after a return of right at 25 yards.
That's a bad decision. Bad decision when he got it out.
Here's Aaron Hayden.
Go. Good blocking. I tell you what, we're getting some good blocking. Memphis State has done a fine job this year with Chuck Stobart.
They've won over Southern California, and they've won over Mississippi State only 2 weeks ago.
Southern Mississippi.
But this is Aaron Hayden.
Lost a very close ball game to Eastern Carolina, who's in the top 20 in the country.
Knocked down by Nelson after a gain of 20. Tennessee has it at the 45-yard line.
Good block by Patrick Lenore. Go, man.
McCleskey.
Oh, J.J. put it on the outside arm there, young friend.
Well, it's a 4-yard gain, and Tennessee's got it 3rd down and 6 at the 49-yard line. 17-17. Kelly. It's a first down.
Again, that young man can get the job done. We've had some smart quarterbacks. Now, I shouldn't... I'll leave somebody out if I mention 2 or 3 or 4. We've had a lot of smart quarterbacks at Tennessee. This young man is as fine as I've seen in college football. Throwing out there to
Ronald Davis on that one from Bartlett. A 26-yard gain down to the 23-yard line.
Excellent. Look at the field presence Kelly had there. He cocked, he moved, he recocked and reloaded, threw quickly, felt the pressure. An average athlete can't do that.
Tennessee 1st and 10 after a face mask penalty of 5 yards at the 14, and this is Hayden slashing for 6 down to the 8. Score tied 17-17. Hayden again.
So we have 3 seasons, September, October, and November. And we have to continue to move on, and I don't plan to live in the past. This is a good start, and the competition is going to get tougher and tougher.
Tennessee 2nd and goal. This is Aaron Hayden.
Good blocking.
That's Campbell. Let's take another look.
Mark Adams on the wing makes a good block, occupies the cornerback. You're going to see some good blocking on the left tackle, left end. Well, you can't see it right there. Good block by the fullback. Is that Campbell?
That's Campbell, and the touchdown by Hayden, and Tennessee leads by a score of 24-17 with the extra point up and good.
I think those running backs are running hard, John. Both of them, and Hayden had an excellent day yesterday, making a big long run.
The ball defense stops Memphis State. They punt, and Tennessee comes back throwing, and this one is complete to Faulkner again for a 13-yard gain.
Classy young receiver.
Ball at the 39. Tennessee fighting the clock in the first half. This pass, it's complete. Stepping out of bounds, that will be second. The Volunteers get the ball back with 1:37 to go when they begin this drive in the first half of the game. Kelly, McCleskey, out of bounds.
Brett Kelly making great decisions. On the move, in the pocket. Hey, don't let me forget this. We fumbled down there. Pickens fumbled when we got tackled. Lack of concentration or whatever, discipline. Good job. Now we're going back again. Overcoming mistake. We can't make too many. We're making too darn many. But don't forget the offensive lineman. Memphis State was a blitzing football team.
Kelly throws into the end zone, incomplete on the skip, intended for Fleming. With 13 seconds to go, Tennessee has its second half and goal at the 9.
Top of the screen, alley-oop pass.
There it is.
Beautiful
touchdown, Corey Fleming.
Over the outside shoulder where it's supposed to be thrown. Don't forget our offensive line and backs. The amount of time that Phil Fulmer and Charlie Coe spent on blitz reads in practice is immense. And they did a terrific job yesterday. I don't think Kelly was trapped one time. I don't believe. He was hit hard a few times after the throw. Look at the poise. Kelly stands in that pocket as well as any quarterback that we've ever had.
And there's the perfect strike thrown to Corey Fleming for the touchdown. And Tennessee scores at the end of the first quarter. Tennessee scores at the end of the second quarter. And Tennessee leads at halftime by a score of 31-17. 48 first half points. Homecoming 1991.
We had 21 first downs, and we had the ball, I think, over 5 minutes longer in the first half. And we won the statistics the last game. We lost. We won the statistics this game, and we won. The biggest disappointment I had, we made still too many mistakes, which would catch us in a big game. And that was a big game for us. Memphis State always is because it's an in-state rivalry. They played their ultimate against us. Had a couple of injuries that hurt the defense. But anyway, turned out great. And we got to play some young people some.
There's still a half to go of Homecoming 1991. We'll be seeing it coming up here on the Johnny Major Show.
Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to drive Chevys. Please let them grow up right, driving a Ford truck. They'll be good guys, successful and such. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to drive Chevys. They'll never leave home, they're always alone. They will have no one to love. Oh, mamas, don't let
As far as I'm concerned, nothing compares to a brand new truck like this KW here. Of course, whether your truck is new or not, the more you can protect it, the better. Okay, most components come with a warranty, like for this big cat engine. So is there any reason why the oil you put into this big fella shouldn't have a warranty too? Dello Multigrade offers Warranty Plus. It's the written oil warranty that covers your engine, including parts and labor if any damage is caused by Dello Multigrade motor oil. I think of it as just one more insurance policy against downtime. And it doesn't cost a penny. But the important thing is, whatever oil you're using, make sure it offers a warranty in writing. I'll tell you, it'll help you run with extra confidence.
Distributed by Kelso Oil Company, a proud supporter of Tennessee football.
State Farm sells life insurance. And when we start you out with a life insurance plan, our job is just beginning. You see, we're there after you buy the policy, keeping in touch as your life changes, listening, explaining, answering your questions, helping you keep your life insurance plan up to date as your needs change. State Farm agents are there to start you right, and we're there to keep things right for the people you love.
State Farm sells life insurance. Time now for a Big Orange Slice of Life.
J.J. McCleskey is one of Tennessee's top receivers. But in national publicity, J.J. is a cut below Carl Pickens. But here's the room where J.J.'s in control. Welcome to Show J's.
It's J.J. McCleskey, basketball room, UT campus.
J.J. is the hairstylist to the stars. He cuts the players' hair for free.
It's like community service right here. You know, it feels like to look nice on ESPN, NBC.
J.J. will take care of 20 to 25 heads a week.
The most popular probably a little pump it up, where their hair's high up here and it's just coming up. Well, this is Moses. He's got a Bobby Brown little lean to the side, so he wanted to lean properly. If you mess up here, you might have to fight your way out of Gibbs Hall.
The haircut, it's fresh.
Who's next?
Me. Can you do anything with this stuff, J.J.?
I don't know. Let me see. I'll see what I can do with this. Man, what do you got in your hair?
I'm just, you know, a dab of hairspray, just like always.
Just a little bit off the sides, huh?
J.J. wants to keep playing football, but when that ends, he has hair to fall back on.
Who cuts your hair, J.J.?
I cut my own hair.
How do you do that?
I just use a mirror. Look in the back of a mirror. Use two mirrors. Use a mirror holding like that. Looking in the back.
Now, is this something, I mean, you can open up your own shop someday?
I'd like to. I really would. I'd probably call it Show J's.
He's learning to cut as he goes. The players make pretty good guinea pigs, don't you think? Just ask Mose Phillips. I'm Ted Hall for the Johnny Major Show.
Hello, friends. Alan Purnell here. I want to make a point to you about water and country sausage. You know, a good garden needs lots of water to make it grow. Good country sausage doesn't need water. It needs to be made from the ham, shoulders, loins, and bacon, and seasoned with all natural spices. When you buy country sausage, check the ingredients. Here's ours, no water added. Some brands are watered down. Don't buy water. Buy real country sausage. Get Purnell's Old Folks, because it's good.
This is the strategy part of football, the playbook, a variety of plays for different situations to get the job done. Golden Flake has the same strategy, a variety of chips for tailgating or any occasion. Always fresh and crisp, Golden Flake is guaranteed to get the job done. So, we'll memorize Orange 27 Sweet. You just remember Golden Flake, always the right call. One taste, and you're stuck on Golden Flake.
In 1989, Tennessee had to beat Ole Miss to be #1 in the SEC. Early in the fourth quarter, Tennessee had the ball at the Rebel 3 with 4th down and 1 and a 1-point deficit staring them in the face. In a moment, you'll see the choice that made Tennessee first.
Today, more East Tennessee businesses choose the Tennessee First Health Plan to give employees and their families the best care and the best coverage. With Tennessee First, your family has more than 500 of the best doctors and medical professionals on call in the finest hospitals and medical facilities in East Tennessee. And Tennessee First pays more than other health plans, often a full 100%, so you pay less. That's why Tennessee First Health Plan is the right choice for 16,000 East Tennesseans.
The choice that made Tennessee first was a handoff to Chuck Webb, who scored the go-ahead touchdown. It gave the Vols the win and propelled them to the SEC championship and a trip to the Cotton Bowl.
For the best care and the best coverage, the best choice is Tennessee First.
Tennessee leads by a score of 31-17 as we're set to begin the second half of this football game. It's homecoming at Neyland Stadium. Over 96,000 people are there, and a lot of Memphis State fans came to cheer for the Tigers as well. Tennessee kicks off to begin the second half. This is Russell Jones returning upfield for 22 yards, and then Tennessee stops them. So here to punt will be Buffalo.
Ingram, another young man from Memphis. I think we have about 9 from Shelby County on our squad. We've had a tremendous amount of contribution from the Shelby County players through the years.
The punt will be down 37 yards, so Tennessee, leading by 14, takes over first down and 10 to go at the Volunteer 28-yard line.
That punt there was virtually, virtually impossible to catch it because it's such a short one and to the left and left.
Second and 5 at the 33. This
hit and get it, hit and get it. Pick up your feet. Pick him up. Pick him up.
Attaboy. Aaron Hayden for Tennessee racing all the way. There's Pickens to shield him as he goes into the end zone. 67 yards and the touchdown.
You got to feel that pressure. That's good blocking, number one. Good blocking. Let's look at the middle of the line. Good block with the fullback. Goes to the tackle. You got to feel that pressure. Pick him up like a walking horse. Tennessee walking horse. And Charlie Cole worked with our players on that a lot the last week and a half, which we needed to work on to improve our long-range running ability.
A look from the sideline.
A good running back gets more than his blockers gives him.
And there's Aaron Hayden. And once he splits those defending secondary first people, he's on his way. And you'll see this will be Aaron Hayden, the longest rush from scrimmage this year for Tennessee. 67 yards, and the Volunteers build the lead.
That should give a young man much confidence for the rest of our rigorous schedule.
The extra point makes it 38-17.
Notre Dame coming up on the road, and everybody, I think, knows who they are. And then 3 real tough conference opponents that are always tough for us. Excellent punt. That's one of the best aspects of the ball game Saturday was Tom Hutton's outstanding punting. Hanging inside the 4-yard line, good and high. The other way he kicks the ball, and he had another lovely punt.
So as you see, Tennessee was stopped for one of the few times in the ball game they punted. It was a great one by Hutton of 41 yards to the 4. Bosby carried.
He did punt twice, too. Was that my imagination?
That's correct, he did.
Okay.
And here's the pitch going and sweeping the right side. Holiday fumble!
That last man up was Sean Walker, number 45. We had about 3 or 4 people on that play. We'll see. That was number 45%. I think he's the last man that may have caused it. I think Darrell Hardy got it.
Bradley
the first man got it.
That was Bradley who reached across to make it.
John Bradley caused the fumble, and I believe Darrell Hardy got it, didn't he, John?
That's correct. Hardy recovers, so Tennessee has the ball.
This is a major disappointment, but there were so many good things happening in that ball game. It was pleasing. The only thing I mentioned to the players was all...
Kelly to pass. It is intercepted. Hobbs picks it off, as you see at the 4-yard line.
Defend, Kelly, defend.
And it's Hobbs who will return the pass interception, 95 yards, and Memphis State pulls back within 14.
Gee, I was getting ready to set our number 2s in the game right then, but that changed my mind. I didn't feel too comfortable about it at that particular stage of the game.
The blocking by Memphis State.
So many good
finally
things.
Breaking free Hobbs, the middle guard.
You know, the pessimists will look on the bad and talk about what few bad things we did, and I'm not going to be a pessimist, and we don't need the naysayers. But that's a bad play.
The extra point is up and good, and now it's 38-24 in the third quarter of the game.
So many good things happen in that ball game, and I hope we can build on them going in the tough part, a real tough part of our November schedule.
This is McCluskey, his roommate out front, blocking for him. Pickens. He returns at 19 yards, and it will be Tennessee with the football. We pick it up second down, 8 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go get one when I play the young ones. Good pass. No better pass in football than that. It's been good a long time. It still is.
The pass to the tight end Reeves, and then a roughing the
passer.
Penalty, you'll see it.
Tacked on to the... Good call.
So the ball is moved forward to the Memphis State 29-yard line. We pick it up third down 6. Pass out here, caught by Pickens.
Probably don't have a replay. That's excellent quickness on Kelly's part.
Let's have a replay.
And response, like to have one. Okay. And response by Pickens been alert. Andy feels the pressure as well as anybody we've ever had.
And there's Pickens breaking the tackle.
Good job. Good second effort by Pickens and getting everything he could out of it.
An 18-yard gain, and Tennessee has it first down at the state 11-yard line.
Go, Mose. Go, Mose. Lead us out of the lane. Whatever.
And you see that Mose Phillips, the Nashville freshman, turns the corner. Gets about 4 yards on the play. Down to the 7.
Moses got some subtleties about his running. It's rather unique. That's
Hayden
good job by
carries.
Hayden.
It will be 3rd down and 2. Hayden dives, did not quite make it, but it's a first down.
Good hard running, good blocking, a good tackle. And boy, and he's in there.
Andy Kelly sneaks for the TD.
And they got 2 of them yesterday. Good surge on his part, but he also had a soft spot for the line, and you got to have that, or you don't get it in there. Good
Andy
surge.
Kelly sneaks it in, and Tennessee builds the lead back up to 21 points with the extra point by John Bexford. And there you see the score at the end of the 3rd quarter. Tennessee leads in homecoming by a score of 45-24. Still, scoring to come in the final period. We'll be seeing it right here on the Johnny Majors Show.
From its arrival in the Mayflower and its place on the first Thanksgiving table, it's played a role throughout our nation's history. The Continental Congress made it a part of every American soldier's daily ration. Our first president had his own private recipe. Today, it's served on the tables of nearly 2/3 of our country's families and enjoyed each year by 80 million responsible Americans. It's beer, a good part of the good life. A message from Budweiser.
I grew up on a farm just down the road. I know most everybody in town and handle the insurance for quite a few. I'm their State Farm agent, Dennis Hoffroge. My job is to help my neighbors, to help them protect their families and the things they've worked for. It's a job I take seriously. Every State Farm agent does. You know, State Farm started out in small towns just like this. People trying to help their neighbors. And we're still helping.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
There is a sleeping monster in East Tennessee. Scientific proof says it is alive. This monster will be awakened this winter. For good.
If you were to create the ideal environment for the treatment of chemical dependency or emotional problems, it wouldn't be a hospital. It would be more like this. And this is just the beginning of an enlightened, family-centered approach to treating these problems. An approach you'll only find at the Oaks of St. Mary's.
And now the Bud stat of the game.
This week's stat is 603 yards of total offense, which sets a new single-game record. The old record was 588 yards versus Akron in 1989.
And boy, Bud.
600 yards offense.
That's good. I tell you what, I'd like to break those records, but I'd much rather win. Records are not winning statistic. That's a tough word. But anyway,
we'll work on it.
Important. Don't worry about it.
We'll work on it. Let's work on the 4th quarter right now. It will be Tennessee kicks off to Memphis State. Ever dangerous Memphis State, and they've got Benton in their quarterback. They've moved to the 47-yard line. He's back to throw. The pass is intercepted.
Hey, great play. Jamie Lincoln was upset because he didn't intercept the one he had a chance to in the first half. That's an outstanding break on the ball by a good athlete. And Jeremy's a real outstanding young man. Good citizen. He runs on the track team. Good, pleasant countenance. He likes to play. Good team man. Oh, by the way, I want to mention, Bud Ford does an outstanding job all the way around. He's one of the most conscientious people I've ever been around in college athletics.
Is that the same Bud Ford I know? Carrying the ball, this is Hayden through the left side for 5 yards. Back to throw Kelly. Downfield, it is complete.
Attaboy. 2nd and 4. Pass to Ronald Davis from Bartlett High School, as you mentioned earlier. Shelby County. That is Shelby County, isn't it?
That's correct. It's first down for Tennessee at the 38-yard line.
In the Memphis area. And I've been there.
Phillips carries the ball as Mose Phillips is in there. Tennessee trying to tack on an insurance.
All right, picking his feet up. Pick him up. Pick him. That's good. That's good. Good running.
Let's take a second look at Mose Phillips.
Without Phil Fulmer's offensive line and Mark Bradley's tight ends, that wouldn't happen. And that's good running. I tell you what, he's leaving some people behind him by a good body angle. He had a lean about him.
All the way to the 15-yard line of Memphis State.
Hit and get it, Mose. Hit and get it. A little bit lower there now. You got a little high.
Once more, Tennessee moving. And this is Phillips.
That's the way to go. That's good.
An 8-yard gain is first down and goal.
He's a former quarterback from Hillsborough High School, Davidson County. It takes a quarterback sometimes to have to learn a little different style than taking the ball deep the backfield and underneath the center.
There's the sneak, and Kelly has another touchdown.
Yes, sir. Well, let's stop him and put the young ones in. Give them some experience. We're going to need all the people we can get down the big push. Stretch.
The offensive line moves them back, and Tennessee's Kelly scores. Tennessee builds its lead with the extra point to 52-24, and we do indeed move along as the Volunteers stop Memphis State, and it will be Tennessee with at quarterback number 21, Heath Schuler.
Quite a crowd we had, huh?
Tremendous crowd, over 96,000.
Turned out to be a pretty good football day. The sun came out, I understand. I didn't pay much attention to the clouds.
That's Stewart carrying after the give from Heath Schuler from Bryson City, North Carolina. The pitch to Stewart, another freshman trying the corner, but Memphis State battling hard. Garappa is there to make the tackle.
And a young offensive line in there right now. You know, when you play a weaker schedules than what we do, you get a chance to play a lot of young people. Watch out, Keith. Heath.
Schuler is sacked by Bartow.
He came off the field and says, Heath, welcome to the big time. He grinned. He says, Coach, I just couldn't get turned to get to that playing ball thrown out of bounds quick enough.
And now the other freshman quarterback, Jerry Colquitt, comes in there, but he's backed up to his own 1-yard line.
Tough position. I bet those guys look big.
And off to Jeter. He bangs through the right side for 5 yards. Tennessee leading 52-24. The Oak Ridge quarterback, Jerry Colquitt, gives it off to Phillips. Then Tennessee punts, but the Volunteers have nailed down the victory, and it will be Tennessee winning over Memphis State by a score of 52-24.
I forgot to tell Jerry, but it works most of the time. Before a new quarterback goes in the game, if your other quarterback goes, I said, get the snap first. Get the snap if you're a little slow coming up and running there, because a little nervous, you know, sometimes. And it's not the simplest things. It looks like it's simple, but I told Heath, make certain you get the snaps. Okay, Coach, I'll get it. And I forgot to tell Jerry, but that's a tough place to put the person in his first appearance.
A game
in football
that saw all kinds of different people participate, really. The thing we mentioned, that 10 different receivers caught the football. That means Kelly was distributing it well.
That's good.
He's nearing all of the passing marks for Tennessee, and a game in which rushing with Aaron Hayden going well over 100 yards.
A lot of outstanding balance. Our defense does a lot of awful good, very good things, but we let them get 2 or 3 big plays the first half and didn't play near as well. And Coach Lacewell got their attention at halftime. Sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. And we've got a bunch of terrific young men. I tell you what, they hustle. We have had a tremendous effort from our team all year long. We have a lot of intelligence on our squad. Our grade average is getting better, and we've graduated more people 2 of the last 3 years than ever before. So we have a lot of smart people. The last thing, as I mentioned, we all get on one knee after practicing. So, well, I don't know about you, fellow, and I just said, you know, let's all go to church and pray that we'll take smart pills from now on out. Bowden White, our coach, used to say if we did something wrong, said, take smart pills and come back smarter. When we took smart pills, we got better. When we didn't, we didn't.
Well, Tennessee has 4 tough games left, and of course, we'll be covering all of them for you, and in a minute, we'll be visiting in the victorious Volunteer locker room.
When I would go into another bank, nobody knew who I was, didn't remember me from the time before. And with First American, it was different. We had a savings account at one bank, we had a checking account at another, a home loan one place, and commercial loans another place. And we just felt like that there was a need there to bring everything together at one bank. And so we decided that we'd bring everything to First American. They made it real easy, real simple.
UTV Home Video presents Vols 1990 Back on Bourbon Street, the thrilling highlights of the 1990 SEC Championship season and Sugar Bowl highlights as the Big Orange met the Virginia Cavaliers in New Orleans. Watch the dazzling play of Tony Thompson, Carl Pickens, Andy Kelly, and Dale Carter.
To order, send $29.88 to UTV Home Video, P.O. Box 11125, Knoxville, Tennessee 37939. To order by credit card, call 1-800-488-3883.
Comfort. Natural gas home heating means warm air comfort, floor to ceiling. Dependability. A natural gas home heating system is practically maintenance-free. Economy. High-efficiency natural gas heat means much lower utility bills than the electric heat pump, especially when you add gas water heating. Compare before you buy. Comfort, dependability, economy, natural gas.
Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to drive Chevys. Please let them grow up right, driving a new Ford. They'll be good guys, successful and such. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to drive Chevys. They'll never leave home, they're always alone. They will have no one to love. Mamas, don't let your babies...
I'm here in the locker room with Andy Kelly after a great win today. Andy, coming off of 2 weeks of devastation, it's got to feel great to get back on the winning track.
Well, it really does. It's a complete difference between winning and losing. We came off of 2 really disappointing losses, and it really hurt us, but we used the 2 weeks that we had on open date, and we worked really hard. I think everybody had a pretty good attitude, and we came out today and did what we had to do. And offensively, that was to set the tempo and take control of the game, and that's what the offensive line, the receivers, and the backs, and everybody did. We took control of the game, and especially in the first half, we were really about able to do what we wanted to do.
You know, when you win, everybody's on your side, but last week there was a lot of mumble-jumble about play calling and trying to establish the run. The Tennessee team is a balanced offense, and we showed that again today.
Well, we really did, and that's something that we really wanted to do as a team. We wanted to come out and balance ourselves where we could throw on different downs and run on maybe some passing downs, and we were able to do that with a couple of draws today, and then we threw some on first down and mixed it up a little bit, and we tried to keep them off balance. And I think when we do that, then that's when we're most successful, and it paid off for us today. We were able to keep them off balance a little bit with some of their blitzes and things like that, and we were able to do what we wanted to do. We didn't let them dictate to us what to do.
And something we prepared for all week long was the pressure Memphis State was going to put on us to execute. When a team blitzes and takes the chances they take, what they're saying is an offense is not going to execute well enough to get the ball down the field. And when I looked at the half, I knew we had executed well from a standpoint, or Andy had executed well from his standpoint, and we were 30 attempts, 23 completions. We had talked all week long about 70% completion percentage would be the way to win this game, and he went out and did what he had to do, and I was really pleased with what he did in the first half.
The offense did a great job with the 2-minute drill this time.
Really good job. We've been very good in that aspect all year, and really for a couple of years, and I think it's a great tribute to Andy Kelly and to the receivers and the protection that he got, and we were able to change it up a little bit on him at a couple of different times, and I think if we get the ball most of the time in that situation, we have a chance to be productive. We worked very diligently on that aspect of the game, and it's paid dividends over the years.
Shazan, defensively, their quarterback, Benton, really posed a few problems with his mobility at the beginning of the game.
You know, you got those linemen hanging all over you, and you're trying to come up, trying to make the big hit on him, and he's real slippery anyway, so, you know, they gave us a little hassle. You know, he's a dealer. You know, the dealer, if you can injure the dealer, then you pretty much got him almost where you want him. And, you know, that's what happened, and we come out and won.
Oh, yeah, the 4-3 is designed to stop the run. And they came out and they tried to sprint him out and make things happen because he's an outstanding athlete. And we knew that we wouldn't be able to stop him because he was so good. We wanted to control him and keep him from making things happen. And he was going to make things happen because he posed that threat of being able to pass and run. And he made some yardage and some plays. But the key thing was to keep him from winning the game. We're going to have to go out next week and practice and work hard and stop giving up the big plays, making stupid mistakes. But we had to settle down in the first half and understand what the offense was trying to accomplish and come out and play our game in the second half, which we did.
Tell you what, it feels really good to get one in the victory column. You know, it's been almost a month since we won and stuff, so we're just looking toward Notre Dame, you know, next week. So I think we, you know, try to get it.
Condridge, I think our players have a very healthy respect for Notre Dame. You know, having played them last year and really a chance to win the ball game until just the last minute or two, I think they'll have a healthy respect for Notre Dame, but I certainly don't think that they'll be overawed at all. And you know, as far as I'm concerned, and I think they're concerned, they're looking forward to this challenge and going to South Bend and letting the chips fall where they may.
As far as next week's concerned, do you know who the Galloping Ghost is?
I think when he from down in Alabama, somewhere like that, the Galloping Ghost. Yeah.
I don't think that mistake's going to bother you at all next week, is it?
No, I don't think so.
We'll be right back with more of the Coach Johnny Majors Show after these messages from the University of Tennessee.
If I had one word to describe my experience at UT, it would be invigorating. Being married for 20 years and then all at once finding yourself divorced with no marketable skills. You know, I had worked some, but I had no education, and here I have 4 children from 16 to 3, and it was frightening. So I knew I had to do something to take care of my girls and to get myself in a position where they didn't have to take care of me. As I've said over and over, nothing can stop me now.
The Rothmans' brand new family room is there because a State Farm agent was there with a family insurance checkup. You see, State Farm agents keep in touch to help keep your car, your home, and your life insurance up to date. Just a month after we added more coverage on the Rothmans' home and its contents, it was devastated by a fire. But thanks to our checkup, the coverage was there, and for the Rothmans, it made all the difference.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You know when it's right, you know when you feel it, baby. You hold it, you hear it, you taste it, it's right. You got the right one, baby. Unsurpassably quotable and intimately soulful. You got the right one, baby.
With 100% NutraSweet.
If you were to create the ideal environment for the treatment of chemical dependency or emotional problems, it wouldn't be a hospital. It would be more like this. And this is just the beginning of an enlightened, family-centered approach to treating these problems. An approach you'll only find at the Oaks of St. Mary's.
Incredible snags, power slams, perilous speeds, and more than ever before, Sports South. With close to 100 college football games, including SEC, Southwest Conference, and Pac-10 action, Sports South gives you more of the games the South loves best. For the fans who love sports the most, Sports South.
Here they come, the power plays of the game.
This is Hayden on the power play of the game. And you're going to see in the replay I believe all 3 of our middle linemen, the center, John Fisher, and also Mike Stoll at right guard, and Thomas Linsky at left guard, make a tremendous wedge block. Tennessee fans of old will understand what that means. Watch all 3 people wedge the center. Bob Woodard blocks that play. We've had it forever since I've been coaching. Phil Fulmer likes it. He's a former guard. Watch Ken Campbell, number 29. He's going to eyeball and knock the linebacker out of the hole. And he splits the tacklers and has a field presence and understanding to kick up his feet, which Charlie Cole emphasized for the last 10 days.
And there's the touchdown.
That's the touchdown, John.
169 yards in this football game for Aaron Hayden, and so it was rushing. It was Kelly throwing for 319 yards in the game, a balanced offense.
Balanced offense. I'm very happy with the overall victory. Like to see us continue to improve. We're going to have a lot of contact work this week. We'll have some pick up where we left off, some full speed go on offense and defense in the kicking game. And by the way, they're trying to signal me to get off this thing, so we'll stop right now.
All right, we'll have more to say, however, to hear from Coach Johnny Majors as we'll look ahead to Notre Dame and take a look at what happened in college football in just a moment.
It's only natural that children look to their parents for answers. So to help you explain why some things that may be fine for adults aren't right for children, Anheuser-Busch offers Family Talk, free advice from professionals to use with your kids while they're still learning to be grown up. And their favorite teacher is you. Let's stop underage drinking before it starts.
When I bought the company, the account was already at another bank. We opened an account with First American and used both banks. It gave both banks the opportunity to work with us, and First American won. First American, I think, was more willing to look at the package and then come back and say, well, we can't necessarily do that, but we can probably do this, as opposed to saying, your package has been turned down. See you later.
Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to drive Chevys. Please let them grow up right, driving a Ford truck. They'll be good guys, successful and such. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to drive Chevys. They'll never leave home, they're always alone. They will have no one to love. Oh, mamas, don't let
Ben and Connie Studebaker look at things differently since they became parents. I'm Roger Cruel. I'm their State Farm agent. Having a family brought a lot of changes in their lives, so we thought it was a good idea to sit down and have a family insurance checkup. We started by adding to their life insurance protection. Then we went over all their family insurance to help make sure their coverage was up to date. After all, you never know what could happen.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Well, Tennessee wins homecoming. There, a look at other scores. Florida stays unbeaten in the league. Alabama edges Mississippi State. It's Vanderbilt, third straight win for the Commodores, playing very well. Kentucky, a last-second field goal wins over Cincinnati. Mississippi loses to LSU. Tennessee will be playing Notre Dame, 8-1. The Fighting Irish at South Bend.
Well, John, I'll say one thing. I'm glad it's cold yesterday. You could kill hogs in the studio today, so we are cutting back at Tennessee. That's not as important for you and me to get cold as it is to have school buses running around this state. And I believe Tennessee folks, I hope, will come up with things to help our school systems throughout the state, whatever it takes. Notre Dame, the R of Notre Dame is big, but I don't think you need to overplay that. I think our team will be excited about going. I know I will be. It will be a tremendous challenge. They have terrific football players. Notre Dame recruits best nationally of anybody in the country. Our work's cut out, but we've got to get ready for them because the big push is in November, and we need to start with beating Notre Dame, and that won't be simple.
We'll have the broadcast on the Vol Radio Network beginning at 12 noon Eastern until next week. For Coach Johnny Majors, John Wood says, so long, everyone.
The Johnny Majors Show has been brought to you by Ford and the Big Orange Ford dealers of Tennessee. By Budweiser, the king of beers. Remember, friends know when to say when. By State Farm Insurance and the State Farm agents throughout Tennessee. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By First American, where banking is still a people business. By your local bottler of Pepsi and Diet Pepsi. Tennessee's got the right one, baby. By Tennessee's natural gas utilities and pipelines. By Golden Flake Snack Foods. One taste and you're stuck on Golden Flake. By Purnell's Old Folks Country Sausage. It's good. By Kelso Oil Company, Tennessee's largest multi-line distributor. And by St. Mary's Medical Center. Modern medicine, old-fashioned caring. This has been a presentation of UTV, proud to be part of Post Creative Communications.